They said he was the chosen one, a man of God with healing hands and a voice that moved mountains. But behind the cathedral walls, beyond the offering baskets and Sunday miracles, lived a story nobody was prepared for. How does a pastor end up haunted by the same people who once worshipped him? Let's begin. Imagine a pastor so wealthy that even politicians envied him, yet his true business wasn't in heaven, it was in the streets. Grab your seats because this story of faith, fraud, and family will blow your mind. Don't fail to subscribe to my channel to get more of my interesting stories. Thank you. He even steals from his members. They would drive these vehicles to Lagos and sell them for cash, while the victims didn't even know who betrayed them. And on one fateful night, one man got shot, dumped in the bush, and vanished without a trace. This is the story of the pastor who wore holiness like a mask, but his soul was evil. He was a notorious hidden criminal, and he runs a criminal empire. Stay tuned because what happened next will shock you to your core. This story is full of suspense, drama, and moral lessons you will learn from. Enjoy. Today's story is titled Pastor Equals Thief, Holy Criminal. You won't believe this. The pastor everyone expected was actually the leader of a kidnapping and car stealing gang. I mean, the pastor everyone respected was actually the leader of a kidnapping and stealing gang. Yes, a full-grown man of God who prayed fire from heaven on Sundays was busy stealing stolen cars in Lagos and selling them. He was busy selling stolen cars in Lagos on Mondays. He worked with his gang of other fake pastors, young men respected and looking calm. People did not know they were all in a gang. Thieves, holy criminals. Wonders shall never end, and so it is. This is a true story. In a town called Ebony, a so-called quiet town, where majority of the people were considered naive, gentle, or were busy doing their own businesses and living a modest, quiet life. There was a young, handsome, light-skinned pastor named Pastor Donatus, popularly called Pastor Don. He always wore clean black suits, carried a big Bible, and used sweet English that melted hearts. He worked with fellow young men, all looking clean and neat, healthy. In fact, when you see them, you will think, hi, his prayers are working. Like God has answered their prayers. Like God answers their prayers. No wonder they look this good. But you will not know that they were all criminals. Everyone believed he was highly anointed, but unknown to them, he was a criminal in disguise. Even the pastors that worked with him were all criminals. Even those that came to his church to preach or that he goes to preach in their churches are all criminals. In church, Pastor Don preached holiness, breakthrough and miracles, signs and wonders. Outside church, he led a gang that specialized in stealing cars, kidnapping their owners, changing vehicle plates, selling parts of the cars in different places, especially in Lagos. He was a master planner. Whenever he was invited to another state for crusade, he secretly contacted his boys We have work to do, boys. As usual, heaven help those that help themselves, he would say. During the powerful program, his gang would operate outside, looking for fine cars they would steal and stealing cars from church members and visitors who came for these programs. People would shout, Hallelujah! Inside, they would say, Ride on, Pastor, while his voice would whisper in mischief, Move that one outside. Yes, that one is fine. Let's use that one. Let's go for that one. This one will fetch us good money. And so one day, he announced a 3-day crusade titled Next Level Uplifting. He said, Next Level Uplifting. They shouted, Yeah, Pastor, ride on. Many people came, men, women, youths, and visitors. Among them was a simple businessman named Chuka, not a church member, but his wife begged him to attend the final night for him to move to the next level in international dealings. Chuka went hopefully, hoping to just pray and return with blessings. But that night became the darkest night of his life. After the closing prayer, Chuka came out to take his car. Suddenly, 3 men blocked him. Enter motor quietly, they commanded. Otherwise, we'll blow your head off. Chuka tried to resist. They shot him in the side, pushed him into the car and drove off. They took him and dumped him by the roadside in the bush. Unknown to him, Pastor Don was right behind them in another car, giving directions. The plan was simple: steal the car, dump the owner in the bush, take the car to Lagos, sell, share the money, boys. Meanwhile, Chuka's wife waited at home and waited and waited. Her mind kept telling her something was wrong. By morning, she rushed to the church and screamed, Where is my husband? He came here for your program. Church members were confused. Pastor Don was there, pretending to be attending to people. He pretended to be concerned. He prayed loud prayer, shouting, Oh God, who reveals secrets, show us the way. But deep inside, he knew where the man was. The woman didn't stop. She went straight to the police station and made a report. Police did their work fast. They dialed the missing man's number, switched off its gave. Then they traced the last known location using network tracking. It pointed to Ogun State. Officers stormed the area and saw a roadside phone seller, a woman selling fairly used phones. They checked her table. Chuka's phone was there. The woman was innocent. She cried, I swear I just bought it from one boy. I don't know it is stolen. Police followed her to the boy. The boy led them to the other boys. The boys finally led them to Pastor Don, the ringleader. When the police saw Pastor Don, they said, Pastor Donatus, ah, you? When the police raided Pastor Don's house, they found car number plates, car documents, 3 church members' vehicle keys, guns, and ATM cards. The man of, in quotes, God fell on his knees and cried, Officer, please, let us settle. But it was too late. Meanwhile, they found Chuka alive in a private clinic, badly wounded, fighting for his life. His car was already dismantled in Lagos. Doors, engines, seats, tires, all sold in parts. News spread like wildfire. Members were fainting, crying and shouting, Jesus, what is this? We didn't know. The church was shut down immediately. The pastor and his gang were sent straight to prison after repaying everything they stole from Chuka and the other thieves. Chuka survived after surgery, and the government compensated him and arrested everyone involved. Justice was swift, loud, and shameful. In fact, Chuka regretted ever going to that church, and many people stopped attending church, praying to God to show them the way. Not every man in suit is a man of God. Shine your eyes. Don't follow miracles blindly. Some pastors are actors. Be careful with where you go. and who you trust. Report suspicious behavior early. Don't ignore red flags. God is not mocked. Truth always wins in the end. Before you go, if you enjoy this story, oh yeah, please share, like, and subscribe to support the channel. Your support keeps me moving, bringing you more real African to the world. So join me in my channel and watch other of my interesting stories. They are quite interesting. Stories like Anemi, the thief, the Randy pastor, Marry Me or Pay 1 million, the chosen king, melodies, etc. etc. Watch my shorts, they are very, very interesting. My wonderful shorts are lovely. Watch them. You can learn a thing or two from those shorts. Thank you once again for watching my channel. Remain blessed.